What's up? What's up? What's up? Rick Paulton, Ryan Inman, Ryan Neuhaus, Brewster. What is up, fellas? Ryan joining us tonight from the Cinenerds podcast.
What's going on?
Real quick before we dive.
I see where you're going.
Real quick, I just gotta one time do it.
Oh.
Just had to acknowledge it.
with the fantasy championship belt that he's had for 3 years.
We do or because we took a year off.
Well, yeah, but you defended it 2 times. There you go.
I did the same thing at work earlier.
Today. Second time in a week. Oh man, Hulk Hogan, as all you guys know, passed away today. Second time in this week. Bad week for 80s icons with Ozzy passing early on in the week.
They come in threes, man. Yeah. They come in threes.
I don't think Malcolm Jamal Warner counts, but
I think he does.
He was a celebrity death. It counts.
Yeah,
but there's levels to this, and plus there was a couple people that died right before him anyway, so I think he went with those.
Okay, so there's one more coming, is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying, and somebody commented, if I was Gene Simmons, I'd be looking out because 80s icon, they had a reality show on MTV.
Well,
and both of these guys did too.
The MTV thing doesn't apply, but Bruce Willis is really sick, I hear.
Oh, he's getting there.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, he's been dying for a while. He hasn't been able to speak.
But we still got Keith Richards. I don't think anything's going to take that.
That's unbelievable.
Keith Richards has to be up there. It's coming.
He's outliving cockroaches, dude. He's outliving cockroaches.
That's unbelievable. Like, there's no way. Even if I would have told you in 1995 that Keith Richards would live at least 30 more years, you would have laughed at me.
We're going to laugh at you regardless.
That's true.
He beat Betty White. Yeah,
right.
What's up? We got Grizzly in the house. We got Josh in the house. JP Cross in the house. He had a comment up there before, then it disappeared because Josh needs to be the #1 comment because he is every week. So JP was up there for a second, then Josh just booted him out somehow. JP says Keith Richards is eternal. So you guys do anything fun and exciting? Well, a couple of us did. A couple of us were at the Pantera show last night. 3 of us.
75% of the people on this screen.
75%. I invited Brewster, but he was working. But it was because he was one of the last minute possible take this guy's ticket kind of situations. If you know. So
JP filled in admirably for that.
Yes. So,
thanks for taking the bullet there, buddy.
Yeah, so it was a good time, man. I took my daughter and my son, and these guys. Well, I didn't. Ryan had fancy seats. That Ryan, other Ryan, he had fancy seats. He didn't sit with us.
My bad. I will tell you this though. That was my son's first time ever seeing Pantera and Amon Amarth. He got to row the boat for the Viking songs. He got to fucking do it all, and he got to see it. Dude, he was smiling ear to ear for every Pantera song, and I was so proud.
Yeah, he was so pumped when we ran into him before the Pantera thing went on. I talked to him a little bit. He was really having a good time. That's just an awesome experience to have with your kids. Like what we did as kids, and then now you're with your kids doing it. And I told my daughter, she's 12. I said, I think someday you're going to tell your kids about this.
So me being in the concert world, my son's had the privilege to see bands a lot younger on. But when we got to Blossom, he had never been to Blossom, so I walked him to the top of the hill first. And I showed him the lawn and the roof of the pavilion. And the reason I did it was because my first concert was in 1992 with Metallica there, and I was also 12. And I remember they had giant bonfires on the lawn. They had guys climbing up the roof, getting chased down by the sheriffs. It was amazing.
Was this the Black Album tour?
What's that?
Was this the Black Album tour in 92?
Yep.
Nowhere Else to Roam or something like that?
Something like that.
They're still my boys.
Nice.
So I'll tell you this real quick about the show while we're talking about it. I had fun. It was cool seeing it. I don't mind the lineup. I'm cool with the choices they made. But they're doing the same thing that Alice in Chains is doing now. And I noticed this. They're playing the songs at like 85% speed. They're slowing them down. They're getting older. And it's a little thing, but kind of gets on my nerves.
I thought they sounded really good. I've seen them 4 times with this lineup, and that was the best I've ever heard them. And I think that has a lot to do with the acoustics at Blossom.
There are no acoustics on the lawn at all.
People sound good there. I don't know.
I think all outdoor concerts sound like shit. That's just me.
Oh, I thought that one sounded amazing. I don't know.
Yeah, that solo from Zach during Planet Caravan specifically, you felt the emotion behind it. It was very powerful. And that aside too, like one thing I do notice about Zach is like I can't imagine anyone else filling in for Dimebag, but he delivers it. He does it well, but there is this. He has a much more muddy distortion that bothers me at points. But I get by.
I know what you're talking about.
The first time I seen them, and it was at Incarceration. This iteration of the band, and Zach Wilde seemed like he was really struggling with the dime parts. Like it was hard for him to play with the guitar.
I think that was all still really fresh for them, if I had to be honest.
Yeah. But I mean, since then, he seems like he's gotten a lot better.
Who's playing drums?
Charlie Benante.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
Which again, I don't have a problem with that at all. But I wonder if and why he was the first choice.
Grizzly says, I heard Keith buys him a new guitar every year on his birthday and has a collection of over 355. Megan says, what's up? What's up, Megan? All right. So I guess we'll just since we got a hard out at 8:00 because Ryan is going live after this with JP Cross on the Cinenerds podcast on YouTube. So right after this, make sure you guys switch over to that. Check that out.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, link, subscribe, all that good stuff. St. John's, Michigan, Jason in the house. What's up, Rob? Man, we're going to see you Saturday.
In a couple days, yeah.
So we got the heart out, and we got 11 movies to talk about. We are going to get into the nail in the coffin of the Hellraiser series, the last one. This is it until there's another one. But for now, it's the last one of this series. And we're going to rank them from 11 to 1. And how we did it. You guys have seen a couple of these we've done. We did Nightmare on Elm Street so far. We've also done Friday the 13th, and I don't know. This is only 2 other franchises we've done, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
Complete franchise rankings. And, we did the Final Girl thing. We did best kills here and there.
Oh, we did Halloween.
Oh, yeah, we did Halloween as well.
With Ethan. Yeah.
Yep, with Ethan. Yep. All right. So that's how this goes, and we will start with our guest of honor that way. Ryan, name your 11th, as in your least favorite Hellraiser film. And you yourself, Hellraiser is your favorite franchise, right?
Correct. So there's something that's beyond sinister and beyond the standard slasher film for me with these, and it goes, especially when we get into the later films, it gets a lot more psychological. So I'm a huge fan of that. But for the 11th choice, I think that if we had to all say it in unison, I think we'd all say this together. So I'm just going to dive right in and go with Revelation.
What a
100% steaming pile of garbage. If I had to be honest, the Hellraiser, I call him the Hills Have Eyes Hellraiser, because he looks like the fucking mutant dude. What's his face? I'm having a brain fart, but he's
God, Michael Perriman?
Yes.
Perriman.
Yes. So like every time that I see him open his eyes and use his eyes for the infatuation, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, that's not Pinhead. What is this? Like the makeup, the special effects, the story, the acting, just this is a fan film essentially, and I felt it was garbage.
Like, how bad is the voice too? Just
my god,
you summoned us. It's
he had the most problem with that. It was like a found footage movie that wanted to be something else with B acting. It was god awful. Thank God it was. I think it was also the shortest one. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah,
it felt like
an hour, 9 minutes, 69 minutes or something.
Quick. Yeah.
The only thing, by the way, this for getting ready for this is the first time I watched it all the way through. The first time I ever watched it, I turned it off because it was so bad. But the only redeeming quality is the fact they brought back an escaped soul. That was the only thing I was okay with in the entirety of it.
Yeah, that was another problem I had with it, was they tried to steal too much from the first movie.
Yeah,
I did not like that one at all. The only thing I liked about it is it was easy to watch and get through, because some of these, for me, I had to watch more than once. And normally when we do these ranking episodes, I'll go back and watch as much of the stuff as I can. I'm going to lie to you guys. I did not rewatch any of this stuff.
So I told you I wasn't going to rewatch that one.
It's a safe bet, Rick. It's a safe bet you had this at 11 as well.
Oh yeah, everybody did, right?
Brewster, you too?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, guys, I'm sorry to say that at 11, well, I had the same thing.
You ain't getting nobody with that, dude.
No, I had the same.
I was waiting for you to say something else, and I was like, "How's he going to justify it?"
There is one I dislike. Like if I put him in tiers, it has its own tier, but my number 10 is its own tier.
Go with your number 10. We'll go with you with number 10.
Yeah, since we'll go
you all went 11
and then back like a snake.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah.
All right. Well, my number 10, and this was my least favorite until I got to Revelations. I know some people think it's okay. I can't stand it, but Hellraiser Inferno is my number 10. Like the one with Craig Sheffer. No.
Spoiler alert. I also have that one at number 10.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I did not like that one.
It's such a USA Up All Night like movie with Hellraiser just kind of put into a couple of pages. Like, I don't know.
All right, I'm keeping notes of where we got everything. We'll try to
replace Pinhead's like scenes with like gratuitous like Skinemax sex scenes, and you have one of them Skinemax films.
Absolutely, I think we said that during the review, didn't we? Wasn't that our exact?
And I like Craig Sheffer too, but just man, that movie was bad.
Dude, I thought that was great for him because I like the approach they went with. Because obviously we all know Nightbreed, but that aside, my wife has an obsession and affinity for One Tree Hill. For fuck's sake! And so seeing him play such a dark character versus this fucking goody two shoes on One Tree Hill, I loved it. So it's higher up for me.
The whole like hard boiled detective like thing too is just not with
it had a dragnet appeal, kind of, so I was okay with it.
All right, Brewster.
Says Judgment is her number 10. I'm going to keep track of yours since the whole time. Megan.
Brewster, what's your 10?
Oh, I'm going with Megan. It's Judgment.
Judgment.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Because it wasn't bad, but like, you know, I didn't have the original. I mean, it was one of those things that strayed too far, and I did enjoy the twist ending and what they did to Pinhead at the end, but it still just kind of feels like they were just trying to go a separate. I mean, it still wasn't as bad as Revelations, but
so for me, I Judgment, I had it at number 9, and it was I liked a lot of it though. I really liked that auditor character. That's the one with the auditor.
Yeah, the auditor.
Yeah, I really liked that auditor character. I didn't like the grotesqueness of it.
Pretty gross.
But I appreciated the grotesqueness of it. Yeah, if that's something you're into, this is a movie for you. And I think I could see people liking this movie. I did not hate this movie.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
No, you know what? I'll talk about Judgment when I get to it in the rankings.
Okay. I have that one so far higher than both of you guys, but I won't say exactly where yet.
Yeah, we'll get back to that.
So, Rick, you had Inferno at 10 also?
I had Inferno at 10 to Judgment at 9.
Okay.
So we will go with Ryan for his number 10.
My number 10 is Hellseeker. And the reason I'm going with that is because it did have a solid cast. They even brought back Kirsty, but the plot was weak as hell. I felt like it was a diluted version of Inferno, and I just couldn't get down with it. It just wasn't for me. I was not feeling that one. It was so diluted, and Kirsty, like they underutilized her. They tried to tie the main storyline back in, but it just wasn't. It didn't do it for me.
Right on. Tiki says if 3 isn't everybody's number 1, he's going to be upset. I think he's going to be upset.
So Ryan,
I don't think it's going to be anybody's number 3, but we'll get to that.
So Ryan, let's go ahead.
Anything after Bloodline was basically a crap mystery story with Pinhead popping up at the end. Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Quite a few of them.
Yeah. So I'll speak to that real quick too.
Yeah.
So you guys like Mad Max at all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the way that Miller described Mad Max when he brought Hardy into the role was he said that these were like tales of a character who's like a legend that people talk about, and he wanted it to be like so that anyone could play the role of Mad Max and it keep going on. So like after we got through Bloodline, that's kind of how I felt the rest of these were. It's kind of tales, if you will, like just not specific chronological or anything good, but just kind of pieces and parts.
Right, and that's fine. And for some of them, they were okay. Just some of them, they just weren't good movies. I mean, the idea is good to just have offshoot stories. You know, I like that, but I mean, most of them fell short for me. JP says Tiki Bloodlines is his number 1, and Part 3 is his number 2, because of course he did. All right, Brewster, you go with your number 9.
Number 9.
No, we're snake drafting. That's what we've been doing.
I already have an extra one on. That's why I got this. I got it.
All right.
Yeah. Brewster, you go.
Deader.
I
like the main girl. I can't remember her name.
Kari Wurr.
Yeah, I was talking to Leah about her. She's got a little, scream queen kind of thing with her filmography. But the movie, as we discussed when we did the episode, none of us knew what the fuck was going on. Cenobites in a rave on a train.
Yeah.
It made no fucking sense.
That's the one too. When we talked about it, like I feel like that whole cult thing, aside from like the Hellraiser mythology, I think that could have been an interesting movie there, but we didn't get it.
Yeah.
And so the cult was revolved around one of the toy makers' bloodline.
Yeah.
So that was something. There was so many elements of what could have been good there, but it just never delivered.
And I agree 100% with that, because there were some things that I was really getting into, and then it would just like take too long to explain something or not fully explain something, and it was just I think that was one of the ones I had to watch twice.
I was pretty pleased with the scene where she found her friend who had unalived herself, and she's dead, and she's like leaning downwards, and as she's trying to reach past her, those little moments were like pretty cool. So
yeah, I also had Deader at number 8. So
I have it at 9 as well.
You had it at 9 as well, Ryan.
Yep.
All right. Well, Ryan, what was your number 9?
Well,
my number 9.
Ryan.
My number 9 is Hellworld.
Hellworld. That's what Megan has at number 9 as well.
Yeah, I have that one there. It reminds me. I can't not think of Halloween Resurrection when I watch it.
It's such a better version, JP, of Halloween Resurrection.
It is better, but that's not saying much. That's like saying, finding a $20 bill in your pocket is better than getting slapped.
Some people are into that shit,
Yeah, some people that are into these movies.
Some people would give that $20 bill.
Very masochistic movies, right?
Yeah. So Hellworld wasn't for me. I thought the ending was super predictable too, and it just I don't like the tone of it.
Right on. I'm not
I will say
Hellworld because it
was the most Hellraiser movie in a while.
Yeah. I mean, it clearly had elements of the franchise in it. The damn the box was everywhere. Pinhead was a little bit more there, and kind of cool, a lot of cool stuff there. JP says, "Stop talking shit about Resurrection." I don't think that'll ever happen.
No.
We can talk shit about the party animal.
The party animal. Good stuff. All right, so we'll go back to Ryan Neuhaus. Number, I don't know which number. 11, 10, 9, 8.
My 8 was Judgment. So this is where I put Judgment.
Yeah.
I give Judgment a little more credit than it probably deserves, because after seeing the shitstorm that was Revelation, I was happy they replaced Pinhead. I was happy he got makeup that was decent. They had a very low budget to work with, but they still seemed to get some serious elements in there, and it delivered in a better way than whatever that attempt was with Revelation. So I kind of really dug it. I also thought that it just, I don't know, it just felt more, for what they had to work with, they gave us a more authentic Hellraiser than that shit pile of Revelation.
I'm gonna watch that one again, because I think I might like it better on the second watch, or I liked it as much as I did because I watched it after that horrible other one, So, but Ziggy says the party animal, and then he says he loved that flick. So there you go.
Well, JP's not alone then. There you go.
Megan says Party Animal's a fun movie.
Megan's always.
I think you're the outsider here. I don't know. I have to watch it. I haven't seen it.
Wait till you watch it. You'll know what I'm talking about.
All right, we'll go with Brewster, number 8.
Hellworld.
Hellworld. Hellworld's not getting much love, man.
It was better than Deader, and it had Lance Henriksen and video games. So that's kind of why I was going with it,
Right on. All right, Ryan, you go with number 8.
Me?
Yes, you.
This is where I have Deader.
This is where you have Deader. So.
Yeah, I have Deader there. I like the Kari Wurr. I like the Kari Wurr movie better than the Hellworld movie, the two that came out the same year.
Yeah. And Megan also has Deader at number 8. So in that case, we'll go to my number 7, that's where I have Hellseeker.
Okay.
Hellseeker. Now Hellseeker, because I didn't write too many notes. That's the one where they bring back
Kirsty,
right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. That one was okay. It was okay. That's all. Just okay. Wasn't the worst thing I ever seen. I didn't have to watch it twice like some of these. All right. We will go with Ryan Neuhaus.
All right. For 7, I have Hellworld. Because we haven't mentioned it yet, which is odd, but Henry Cavill is in it.
Yes.
Superman. You got Catherine Rennick, who is fucking Lagatha in Vikings.
Yeah.
Lance Henriksen, and then I don't know if anyone knows this, but Kari Payton, the black guy in it, he's the voice of Cyborg on Teen Titans Go. So
I did not know that, but that just makes the movie even better.
Yeah. So
I already have it pretty high though, so I can't put it higher.
Hellworld for me was kind of it was definitely cool. It was a good revenge story as well as a Hellworld story or as a Hellraiser story, but the real Hellraiser elements don't come in till the end of it. So it was interesting. I enjoyed it though.
I did. I liked it, and it was probably one of the least Hellraiser movies while having the most Hellraiser artifacts and gimmicks. You know what I mean?
And lore, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like more Hellraiser movies are usually like more dark and people get ripped up and it doesn't. I mean, it has that, but it doesn't have that. You know what I mean?
So to me, with Hellworld, where I feel they fell short here because they had a lot of opportunity with this, they've now spread the lore of Hellraiser and Pinhead and the Cenobites to the world in a public forum. I don't know why that didn't like a movie like Virus or Pulse kind of reminds me of that in a little way. Mm-hmm. Like it could have really spread outward, and it was just underutilized. I felt.
Right on. Well, I have it higher than everybody, and we'll get to it where I have it.
Yeah, because you're the only one that hasn't mentioned it, so you obviously have it higher.
Yes. Megan goes with Inferno at number 7. Ryan, where do you put your number 7 movie?
This one I have higher than everyone, and I have Judgment at number 7.
All right.
I enjoyed it. That opening is pretty gross. Rick knows one of the things for me that is super nasty is puke. I don't like puke. And like that whole thing, but I really, really like that auditor character and the thing of the trial and everything. I really enjoyed that.
And the thing was, I don't know if you knew this, Ryan, is they were going to take that auditor and he was going to replace Pinhead in the movie.
I don't know if I would have liked that, but
I know I didn't either. But that was going to be the new look for Pinhead. It was still going to be the priest, but he was going to look like that and act like that. And I'm glad that when they scrapped that idea, that they didn't scrap that character or that look, because he was pretty cool.
Like why not have both though? Have him be the judge, and then have Pinhead maybe come up with the ways to torture you if you're guilty. I
feel like the auditor is good at his character had purpose in the sense of keeping Pinhead focused on the mission at hand. If that makes sense. Okay. The one thing that did bother me about this movie was the angel character. I don't know what her name was, but her coming into play and her flexing and like always telling Pinhead what he can and can't do. And then she just got crushed like she was nothing. Like, I was like, what? Well, there's no battle there, nothing worthwhile. I was kind of bummed about that part. But
right on. All right, Brewster, what do you got for number 7?
Reboot.
The 2022 reboot.
Wow.
I like the Cenobites in there, and I like the as we talked about the I think there was 3 boxes in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And everything was as well. Just 45 minutes to get anywhere.
Yeah, there was it. We did come to the conclusion during our review of that it is the best. I don't know reboot, but like where you gotta like a Nightmare on Elm Street 84, Nightmare on Elm Street, whatever year it was, like two iconic movies that have the same name. You know what I mean? Like we went through all of them except for we skipped Scream when we were doing that. Is it better than Scream 5, which is Scream? And you say yes. I say no.
Yes.
We did determine that it was the best of those movies. I don't know how good that makes it, but it's the best of those movies.
Best of the reboots or rehashes or whatever.
Yeah.
Recycled names, whatever.
Recycled names, yeah. Because some of them were exact remakes and some of them were total reboots, start everything over, whereas nothing, so we just went with those. Ryan came up with that on the fly last week, and I really enjoyed that when we talked about that one. Or not last week, whenever it was we talked about that. All right, Ryan, number 6. Ryan Inman.
Number 6, and I think I have this one higher than everyone else too, and it's Hellseeker.
You do.
I'm a huge Dean Winters guy. Love him.
Well, actually, no, Brewster hasn't brought up Hellseeker.
Okay. I'm a huge Dean Winters fan. Love him in everything from Oz and on.
Ryan O'Reilly was the shit.
Oh yeah, Ryan O'Reilly he ran that place, man.
Dude, the best thing about Oz is watching O'Reilly scheming.
Yeah.
Megan goes went 22 for the.
And of course, Ashley Lawrence back as Kirsty's cool. Ryan is right. It was kind of the story overall was pretty predictable and not much to it. You kind of knew where it was going to go, but I still liked it anyway compared to some of the others.
Right on. Brewster, what did you have at number whatever we're on?
6.
Yeah.
I'm with the library over there, Hellseeker.
I figured you were. That's why I went to you. And now,
the one Cenobite cop-ish thingy who kind of like split out into two, that was kind of like cheesy, but I don't know. I thought the scene with the camera showing him, messing around with the girl and stuff was pretty creepy, just kind of spinning around and shooting at everything, There's some cool kills in that one, too. Yeah, and, they were up at Kirsty and made the deal and stuff, and Dean Winters is the shit. I love him as Mayhem and Oz, and he was actually on that Sarah Connor Chronicles, too.
Yeah, I didn't hate that one. I didn't hate this one. I had it one spot higher than you guys.
I forgot about the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Yeah, he was also, and it only lasted one season, but it was a great show. Vince Gilligan, the creator of Breaking Bad, actually was the showrunner. It was called Battle Creek. It was like a cop show, and it was like two buddy detectives, and he was one of them, and it was great.
Oh,
All right. Other Ryan, what do you have at number 6?
So number 6 was Inferno for me.
Wow.
Yeah, so I really was a fan of the dragnet detective struggling with family, doesn't understand really what's happening to him as everything's kind of crumbling around him. I kind of felt like as I watched, I was playing a Silent Hill game because of the way that they tried to cloud everything and make it distorted. You couldn't tell what was real, what wasn't in parts. And as it built up, it became predictable, but it was a much better version than it was like a much better attempt at what Hellseeker gave us, in my opinion.
It was a great value David Lynch then?
Yes, I will go with that. I will agree with that. That's fair.
Like great value David Lynch film with Hellraiser just added to a couple pages of the script. Yeah, I guess I could see that. I still didn't like it.
You're allowed to have your opinion.
Yeah. All right, Paulton, what do you have at 6?
All right. Number 6, I have Tiki's gonna be mad at me. I got Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth.
Wow.
Yep.
Tiki's gonna take it to you.
Yeah. The next 5 are just better. I don't know. And I mean, none of the other ones have even been. Well, one of my top 5's been brought up, but the rest, not much. So, I mean, it seems like you guys are gonna agree with most of those. So we will see. But yeah, I got Hellraiser 3. It was I didn't like Pinhead. Looked horrible in that. He looked like the pins looked rubber. I
didn't like his look in Hellraiser 3 at all.
There was some stuff I did like about it because it came in that awesome 4K box that I have. But yeah, I didn't dig that one. That was my least favorite out of the first 4.
Plus, he had so much screen time in that one too compared to the first 2. You'd think they would have done a better job on the makeup because
what I did like was getting to see him as a human and the backstory a little bit.
Yeah,
that was cool. All right. So we will go with Brewster. What is your number 5?
Inferno.
All right.
I thought it was good. I mean, I liked. It was a good movie, just not a good Hellraiser movie. But I thought it had its creepy elements, like when the one ice cream driver was getting the tape. We watched the tape of him get whipped with that chain. That was fucking freaky. I mean, the guy deserved it. Don't get me wrong, but the scene was still creepy. And the ending of it, just when you find out he's in hell, and like everybody, all his friends and loved ones, just kind of like all demented and distorted and stuff, you know. Plus the Wire twins when they were kind of seducing was I mean, there was a lot of creepy scenes in there. I thought I might have to rewatch that.
Right on. Megan got Hellseeker at number 5, since she's the only one that's been listing her things. She's being included in our aggregate score with the 4 of us. That I probably won't be able to do the math on and figure out unless Ryan's doing it with me. I don't know.
Nah, I'm not.
All right, okay. I'll figure it out and I'll post it on the page tomorrow. All right, so Ryan Inman, number 5.
Tiki's going to be a little less mad at me.
Because you got 3 at number 5?
I have Hell on Earth at number 5.
All right. Okay. Ryan Neuhaus, what do you got at number 5?
I'm with Ryan on this one. I got Hell on Earth also. So for me on this one, I wanted to know how we went from Hellraiser 2 to Hellraiser 3, and there's all this fucking magic block. I want to know what happened, how that happened. I did like the story, though. I like everything about it. The main character, the douchey guy, he reminds me like he could be a character in The Outsiders movie.
His name was JP, actually.
His name's JP.
So I think his name was JP.
Something about JPs, yeah.
Sorry, JP.
And then the other downward part for me was I really felt like the Cenobites in this one were probably the laziest for me. Like I felt like they just were so kind of cheesy and not. I don't know.
CD Cenobite?
CD, yeah.
I like that one.
And
Camerahead, Barbie.
But the Camerahead guy had the cheesiest line.
It was like Great Value Freddy Krueger lines.
Yeah. He was like, man. Are you ready for your close up?
Yeah.
100%.
Like it's like the super shitty version of Welcome to Prime Time, bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Megan says Hellraiser's her favorite franchise too, Ryan. So there you go.
See, Megan, we're not too far off. See, JP's not always right.
All right. So this is number 4.
5 for you.
5 for me. Okay, this is where I got 2022, and I ranked it so high just because us determining that it's the best remake, reboot, whatever, with same name movie, and I couldn't find too much wrong with it. I just didn't like the pacing of it more than anything, and there was a lot of parts that were really dark. But to be fair, I did have my lights on in my room, and had I got off my ass and turned them off, I probably would have been able to see it a little better. But I didn't. So there we are. That's the experience I had with it. I wanted to like this one so bad. I was just, after seeing so many of the bad ones, I just knew that this one, since they have more money behind it, it was going to be I thought it was going to be a better movie. So, and it was not. All right. What do you got? Stay. Go. Anywho, got people trying to come down here. We can't do that right now. All right. So, you are. Yeah. Number 4 for you, Ryan.
Me or
either one?
Go ahead, Ryan.
Number 4, I have Bloodline. Hellraiser 4.
Not a Pinhead in space.
Yeah, but it makes sense why.
Why does it make sense? Why?
We covered this long form.
I mean, I don't fucking remember yesterday. You only remember that?
It makes sense because it's in the future. In the future, you're in space.
Oh, okay. It makes sense.
Like
I'm sorry.
It's not like he
I misunderstood what you said. I thought you said it makes sense why it's 4. I think that's why. I thought that's what you said. No, it makes sense why it's in space. Absolutely.
A third of it is.
Yeah, most of
the that totally made sense.
So, yeah.
It's not like he hijacked a NASA space shuttle and took off.
All right.
I liked it. I liked the 3 different stories going on, and they all tied together. So I liked it more than part 3, and apparently at least 2 of you guys did too.
Yes. And she has Megan has Hellraiser 3 in that slot. And Brewster, what do you have in that slot?
For number 3.
Number 4.
Number 4. 3 actually. Because it was the first one I ever saw. I rented it on VHS, because it was teenager or pre-teenager. I didn't care about continuity.
You probably had a cool cover, and you're like,
I saw the back of the box and saw the CDs and shit. Thought that was cool, and I don't think I've seen it since I was a kid. But it was the first one I saw, and I liked the aspect of it. But of course, watching, I had no idea what had happened from the prior one and what that stone was and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember also there was tits in it as a kid before the internet,
Tits are always a plus in the horror movie, especially when you're a youngin'.
Yes, and there was no internet back then,
Because we are old. Yes, we were around before the internet.
But speaking of my good ear, Rick, I can't hear you.
See, at 3, I have this movie higher than everybody else. Or 4. And yes, I have this movie higher than everybody else. I have Hellworld. Because I really liked it, man.
Wow.
I liked it. I will watch it again. I thought it was a great watch. It was very easy to get through. There was cool kills. It wasn't as deep as probably any of the Hellraiser movies, and that might be what I liked about it, sometimes I don't want to think so much, and this helped me. I like the whole concept of it. Yeah, it was pretty much the Busta Rhymes Halloween movie all over again, but better. I wasn't mad at it at all. Ryan Neuhaus, what do you have in that slot?
I have the Jamie Clayton Hellraiser remake. So I went into this completely understanding my Hellraiser world, and I came out of it feeling amazing. This is, if Clive Barker, had any say in all of this would have been his kind of dream sequence, in my opinion. It was, yes, there were pacing issues. Completely agree with that, Rick. But at the same token, though, our Cenobites we got were awesome. You had your traditional Cenobites that were kind of like S&SM, kind of bondage looking. And then you had the flesh ones, too, that were really cool. And, like, the way the arms are separating and all this stuff, it was very, very well done in that regard. Jamie Clayton, she was a character in a movie or a TV show called Sense8 on Netflix, which I enjoyed heavily. And so when I knew she was cast for the role, I was on board because I knew what she'd deliver. However, one of my gripes about the movie was the vocal effect they used for her voice. I wasn't like, there's something about Doug Bradley that's just untouchable. And when they put that like bass, the echoing bass behind him to make him more sinister, I felt like they should have kind of used some of that voice and put it behind hers to kind of give us a little more, because it just felt very robotic. Right. But that aside, the kills, the lament configuration itself, the what's his name, Voight at the end, that was a little bit of confusing flex for me. I don't know if they're going to make another one. I really hope they do, but I'd like to see what he becomes, if he's going to be like Hellraiser 2, the doctor character kind of. I don't know what the goal is there, but I'm hoping to see more out of it.
I'm hoping that they get to do more too. I like the way the box had like the different steps that had. It was different. It was I liked a lot of it. I'm gonna probably try to rewatch that one and see if I like it better in the second time around. But like the darkness and then the pacing, but it felt like a real Hellraiser movie. So I understand that if you're a fan of this franchise, when you got to that one, you were probably like, this is what we've been wanting, not this other bullshit.
See, this is a good time. I'll just jump in because we've all said our 4s. My number 3 is 2022 Hellraiser. Okay. I have it highest of everyone, but we're close. Ryan and I are close. I loved it. And I think if we were and I just saw it for the first time a couple of weeks ago. I waited because I knew we were going to cover it eventually on the show, so I waited. I think if I watch it again, I probably would like it even more.
This one is one of the ones that got me upset online with the trolls and the fact that, a trans woman was playing Pinhead and they all lost their shit. This is one of those ones where I was like, get the fuck over it. It's a Cenobite.
Who cares?
And you
in this movie, that's where you're getting mad about that? Yeah. You know what I mean? This movie has toyed with sex the whole time.
Of course.
Anyone who bitches about a Clive Barker film not knowing Clive Barker is an idiot. So it really pisses me off. But no, this movie, I agree, it was excellent, Ryan.
Awesome. Oh, yeah. So we will go to you, Ryan, then. What is your third?
Bloodline.
I know you're number 1. What's your third?
Bloodline.
Okay, cool.
So Bloodline was like a PG version of Event Horizon to me, but
Event Horizon.
but
Jesus.
it was good. It was amazing, and I do like the flashbacks. I liked Angelique and her being the princess of the Leviathan, being the daughter of Leviathan. I liked all aspects of it. I almost felt like talking a little more about the Jamie Clayton Hellraiser. That one character, the female Cenobite, and that reminded me of Angelique, the way that her skin was pulled down in her head.
Mhm.
It was very, very well done. But yeah, everything about this to the space aspect. The only thing that bothered me about it, again, was the ending. When the satellite that was built as a containment cube, if you will, comes together and explodes because the box was in that. That's why it gets a little wonky after 4 for me, because there's no continuity. There's no, how does it come back from that? What's happening? So, but I love Bloodline other than that.
I also have Bloodline at number 3. I really like that one too. I'm a Jason in space kind of guy, so Pinhead in space was really cool. When I first heard about it, though, I thought it was going to be stupid because I'm like, oh, they're just forcing this guy into space. This is going to be dumb. But as Ryan said, that part was the future, so it totally made sense.
Yeah.
And it took us from way back in the past when the box was created to present time, and then into their present time in the future. And I just thought it was amazing.
This was the first Hellraiser film I got to see in the theater. I actually had my dad go up to the theater and buy the ticket for me because it was age restricted. I think I was like, I don't know, maybe I was like, when did this come out?
16. It was 96.
96. So yeah, I was what, 16, 14, 15, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But anyways, seeing the big screen for the first time was amazing.
Right on. And Megan has the original Hellraiser higher than everybody at number 3. So interesting to see what her. Well, we know what her her next. We know both of them if we really think about it, but which one she'll have at 1 is what I'm trying.
Brewster's 3.
What is Brewster's 3? Yes.
Bloodlines. I'm with Ryan on that. Ryan N on that one. Plus the Chatter Beast was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good, man. And that's going to be really high in our aggregate score because it's we all have it at 3. Ryan has it at 4.
Mm-hmm.
The Chatterer is one of those ones that's confusing to me because we don't see Butterball or the female come back, but the Chatterer seems to always come back in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
You got the Chatterer Beast, the Chatterer Torso, a Chatterer himself in multiple forms.
Yes. What's funny is somebody must really like him because the alternate cover to the 4K is the Chatterer. It's either Pinhead or the Chatterer. I got the Chatterer just because I wanted to be different.
The Chatterer in the reboot was great too.
Yeah,
I love that kill where he's just and the blood spatters on his face.
Yep.
So cool. That's one of my favorite shots in that whole film.
Okay.
I like the reversal. Sorry, real quick. I like the reversal in that aspect where she stabs the Chatterer and he backs up like, okay, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of cool.
All right. I know everybody's the rest of them probably, but let's let Brewster tell us what his number 2 is.
The first one.
Oh,
87. Okay. All right. That's odd. I figured everybody but Ryan would have 87 at number 1, but our Ryan has what at number 2?
Hellbound.
Yeah. So part 2, which is what I have at 2. Which means Ryan, number 2 and number 1. What do you got?
All right. So Hellraiser 1 is my number 2.
Oh my God.
Well, we'll get into it. Don't worry. I'll correct your inaccuracy.
We got 15 minutes. Don't worry.
So Hellraiser 1 to me is very singular in story, and it's a very understood path. Pacing was a little rough in Hellraiser 1, but the story was amazing. The way that the kills happen, amazing. The way we're introduced to Pinhead, amazing. So I won't ever take away from that. That's why there's no question that, that and Hellbound are the top 2.
Absolutely.
But Hellraiser 1 was number 2 for me. Number 1 is Hellbound, and I'll tell you why. Because I am a sucker for confliction in our characters, whether protagonist, antagonist. If there's confliction and they have any kind of elements of if they're a bad guy going to good and a good guy going to bad, I'm here for it. I love fucking those characters. Those characters are the best. So in this one, you saw that when the surgeon or the doctor comes into play, you see this ultimate battle happen on screen between the OG Cenobites and Pinhead as Kirsty makes him understand who he was and where he came from, to what happens where they get stripped down to you see their humanity come forward, and you see the Leviathan in full effect in the maze. This one blew me away. It had everything I needed. It was in the Hellraiser franchise. This was my Empire Strikes Back.
All right. No, they both are great. I just think 87 is one of the greatest horror movies of all time, and I think 2 is a notch under it. It might be one of the better sequels. Part 2 to the great horror films. Part 2, would be. But I like them both, and I could see how some people could like 2 better, but not me.
Yeah, I like 2 a lot.
Yeah.
But part 1 is the original Hellraiser is one of my favorite horror movies.
I just think that this whole series could have been so much better had they stuck with their original plan, and it might have been actresses not wanting to do more work or whatever, but just keeping with those characters going forward. Because what's her name?
Julia is the ultimate.
Julia was supposed to be the antagonist going forward.
Because that's why Rick and I even said you can call the first Hellraiser film a slasher film, and Julia is the slasher. She's the one doing the kills.
She's the one killing everyone.
Yeah, and Pinhead is like kind of an afterthought, which I liked better.
So as far as horror though and slasher though, let's talk about the Doctor, the sequence in Hellraiser 2 where the Doctor hands a schizophrenic a razor blade on a bed who thinks bugs are all over him. When I saw that when I was a kid, I was just like, this is horror. This is what it is. Like that was so
great
amazing,
scene, dude.
So like when I look at those scenes, like that scene versus just the standard kills on the bed and the blood coming up and Frank coming back and all that stuff, like that was great in the first one. Don't get me wrong, but like that's where 2 up the ante. Like that Doctor took it to new psychotic levels, and he showed us multiple boxes for the first time.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, he was awesome too. And yeah, they're both great movies. We got them 1 and 2. You got them 2 and 1. Yeah. All right. See, and Megan, she has Bloodline at number 1. All right. Grizz says, I love the Doctor becoming one of them. Then in the fight after. Yes. No, the Doctor character. I'd like to have seen more of that. He was great. I don't know.
Oh, except for that cheesy finger coming out of the vine there.
What's that?
There's one. He had all those tentacles, and he was trying to tempt the mute girl to come over, and there was one that had like a finger come out of it. It was going like this.
Yeah, I love that. The drill in his brain though did bother me a little bit. Yeah. Every time it would spin, and he'd like twitch, and
And to think I hesitated.
All right, so Ryan Inman, where do you rank this as a franchise? We'll do that amongst the big 4.
Okay.
What we've been calling the big 4 all along, which is Texas Chainsaw, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween.
3.
You got it 3rd. Okay, so what is it ahead of?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay. But wouldn't 2 of them have to be ahead? There's 1, 2. You're missing 1 then. There should be another one behind.
Just trying to match.
Rank them for me. Go ahead. Rank the franchises with this.
Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, then Hellraiser.
So this is 4. Okay.
4 out of 5. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Texas
Cool.
Chainsaw Massacre is last for me because I only like the first movie.
Yeah. All right. Ryan Neuhaus, how do you rank these? I mean, you obviously got this as number 1, right?
This is number 1 for me for sure. I love the Hellraiser. I love the fantasy and the demon aspect. But that aside, if I put that at 1, 2 would probably be. God, my wife's staring like she's right next to me. If I don't say Michael Myers, I might get slapped. But I'm not going to go with Michael Myers. I'm going to go with Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Friday the 13th, and then Texas Chainsaw. Right
on. Yeah, Texas get no love, man. I just realized, and I know I see it every week when you go live with JP, but you got like all the Hellraiser stuff behind. You got a little Pinhead bust. You got a box there and some other stuff.
So this guy up here in the corner, he's the Scythe Master, and he's from the Tortured Souls from Todd McFarlane's series, the comic books. I have not gotten into all the books, but there are there are so many good books carrying on this franchise and getting into the depth and the lore. And one of them is that Tortured Souls line, and he plays the priest in place of Pinhead in that series.
Cool. So Brewster, how do you rank this amongst the big four franchises?
The big five.
Five. Well, this will be five, but we had the four. Be
2.
You had this at 2.
Wow.
So what would your rankings be?
My first one's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, cool. You seem like that kind of guy.
And then this one, what was the other 3? Texas Chainsaw, Halloween, and
Friday the 13th.
Oh, so then Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw, and Halloween.
Okay, cool. So, and for me, this is still going to be 5. It's going to be 5 for me. But I got Friday the 13th is number 1, Texas Chainsaw's number 2, Nightmare on Elm Street's number 3, Halloween's number 4, and then this.
Man, how do people have Nightmare on Elm Street so high? Only 3 of the 9 movies are good.
So I think
I like a lot more than 3 of them.
I think there's a correlation there. So it looks like you have like straightforward slasher horror, and then you've got kind of fantasy, sci-fi elements, demon realm. So it's a little different. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, the 3 Nightmare on Elm Street movies that are good are very good.
I like more than 3.
And then you have 3
I don't dislike any.
And then you have 3 that are total trash.
I disagree. There's one that's trash.
There's 3.
And there's a second one that's borderline trash, but I'll still watch.
5, 6, and the remake are all total trash.
I love 6. I absolutely love it.
Oh.
So. Leah says Freddy's the man. And JP says there are 3 good Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Yes, there are.
Yes, there are.
1,
There's
3, and New Nightmare.
He doesn't like them. And Chucky should be in the top 4 over Nightmare, he says. We'll do the Child's Play franchise eventually. We'll have you on for that, of course. And we'll see where it ranks. And maybe you'll convince the guys to move one of those out of there and put Chucky in. But
I think if anyone in the Fresno area, Leah's got that. She's face painting at some Hauntmare Expo out there. They're gonna have a bunch of celebrities, like the Crypt Keeper's gonna be there and shit like that. So if we have anybody in California watching this, check it out.
Hell yeah!
The thing that really surprised me here is Rick had a Halloween at 4.
Yeah, I have it at 4. Yeah.
Wow.
I like the other 3 a lot better. I like Halloween. I just like the other 3 a lot better. Like, I like every Texas Chainsaw movie. I like every Friday the 13th movie. I like every Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I don't like every Halloween movie.
Neither do I.
You know what I mean? But I at least like all
I don't
of the
like
others.
I don't like
That's why
all
they're high.
I don't like all of any of them.
if I ranked like all the part ones, maybe it's a different story because Halloween is one of the best movies of all time.
Of course. It is.
Same with Hellraiser, and maybe someday we'll do that. We'll just do an aggregate ranking. Maybe we'll do that offline and just post it or something. Like what's the best part 1, what's the best part 2, what's the best part 3, and then do an aggregate ranking and see.
Halloween is the best part 1.
I got to rewind back to Hellraiser here and give an honorable mention.
Yeah.
All right, and it has to be done. Hellraiser, the song video by Motorhead.
Yeah, I posted it on the page the other day. The Hellraiser song with Ozzy and Lemmy.
Right.
Did you see that version?
Dude, it warms the heart, and it's amazing. And I love seeing Pinhead, Doug Bradley sit with Lemmy at the table playing. That's so good.
That was from part 3, right?
That was from part 3. And but in 2022, they came out with like a new remastered version of it where they mix Ozzy with Lemmy, and it's like they recorded it together, but they didn't because Lemmy was already passed by then.
Right. Lemmy wrote it though, right?
He did. Yeah. But nevertheless, it is almost 8 o'clock. We're at 54 minutes and 50 seconds. Ryan has to get the hell out of here, but I want to thank you so much for coming on to join us for this. Couldn't think of nobody else I'd rather have do it. And Cinenerds now on YouTube in like 5 minutes.
And I just want to say thank you guys for having me because this is a blast. I loved it.
Nice meeting you, Ryan.
Definitely. Thank
Likewise.
you.
We'll have you back on, man, and we'll get you that's the link. Anytime you're watching and you want to pop in and say something, just use that link.
Yes,
like if
sir.
you're just watching at random, like, nah, fuck these guys, and we'll put you on. All right?
All right, sounds good.
All right, take it easy, brother. I'll see you in a minute in the comments on the YouTube.
All right, later.
Mm-hmm. All right, that was pretty awesome. Here, I'm over here now. I don't like being over here.
It was cool having Ryan on, but you know what's even cooler?
Having 2 Ryans?
You know what? No, what's even cooler is we don't have to watch any other fucking Hellraiser sequels ever again.
We do have the game coming out. I wanted to.
Yeah, the game is coming.
Did you guys see that?
I did. I don't have a PS5 though, so I don't think I'll be able to play that one.
That's a while away, though, isn't it?
Well, I don't ever have time for video games anyways.
The trailer's out already. I mean, I don't know, maybe a year. I mean, sometimes I'll make a game and it'll take 5 years after that to come back, and by that time the technology's all
trailer
back.
for GTA 6 came out like a year ago, and they're still over a year away. So. Speaking of Hellraiser, Ozzy song is in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Nice.
So.
Ozzy was a pull game for the PlayStation 1 too back in the day.
What's that?
Like a pull game back in the PlayStation 1. I went to my buddy's house. He was playing it, and I think I heard it there. I have to double check.
Megan says Hellraiser, Chucky, and Halloween. All the others could share the last spot. Right on, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna. We'll do Child's Play, but I don't know how high it'll be. I see Child's Play is another one where I like all of them except one, but I like them a lot less than I like the other ones.
I think I like them all except Part 3 and the remake.
I don't mind Part 3.
Part 3 sucks so bad.
Yeah, I know. We've talked about it. I kind of like it.
Military school one.
Yeah.
The only thing cool is the girl is what's her nuts? She went on to be somebody. I forget who.
I forget.
His love interest.
Yeah. He grew up and became somebody.
Yeah. She did other stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to talk about next week. Next week, we are going to be talking about our recap of Motor City Nightmares for those of us that'll be there. We are going to talk about what went on in Detroit. We are going to then talk about a movie. We are going to review Trick or Treat. Not to be confused with Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
We are going to be talking about the movie that Ozzy Osbourne had a little role in, in honor of his passing. We're going to do that. The other day, if you didn't see it, we did an impromptu Black Sabbath / Ozzy Osbourne tribute show that had the most YouTube views out of anything we've ever done.
Did it? Did it really?
Yeah, it did okay on YouTube. It was like 50 views. There was like 50 people watching.
People don't watch us on YouTube. So.
Yeah, we don't. We usually get like 8. So, but we don't like. I think if I repost this as an actual post, the Ozzy one, I think it might do well.
Another movie Ozzy was in where he didn't play himself and was like a character. I just rewatched this like a couple months ago because I saw it on streaming. The Jerky Boys movie.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, Ozzy was in that.
He played the tour manager for Helmet.
Right on.
Van Helmet, who I adore.
Yeah.
Here in the movie playing a song, and he's their tour manager.
Awesome.
And he cusses somebody out, and it's really funny.
Yeah, he's good at cussing people out. He cussed my friend out. It was great.
They're like, what the fuck is your problem, man? Like he was being typical Ozzy, but he was playing a role. So, like his character's name was like Jim, not Ozzy.
I was watching the Osbournes because they're on Tubi now.
They are.
Right before we came on just to kill time. And it's like, it's so funny because they're uncensored on Tubi too. And it's like, that guy's life is not much different than mine, man. It really was.
I have my opinion is I think those shows are funnier when you hear the beeps.
I said it kind of adds to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, he's got dogs shitting and pissing all over his house. I got that going on. Yeah. He's got fucking kids that suck and yell and fight all the time. And oh yeah, it was just kind of a lot of the same things going. I just didn't have the millions of dollars that he is.
You know whose idea that was? Credit for it.
What's that?
You know whose idea it was originally? The Osbournes as a show, and they never gave him credit.
No.
Howard Stern's.
Oh really? Right on.
Sharon and Ozzy used to be guests all the time. And this is probably about
Ozzy was in his movie.
This was about 2 or 3 years before the Osbournes got on MTV. He's like, man, people should really just follow you guys around with a camera all day and put it on TV. He just said it during an interview with him, and then 2 years later, the fucking Osbourne was on TV.
Right on. All right, so we're gonna get the hell out of here. We're gonna go watch. We're either go watch JP, the Cinenerds. They're gonna be doing Superman, and Charles Sherrod on the Rumble thing has a Ozzy / Hogan tribute tonight, so that should be interesting to watch at the top of the show. The movie he plays, which I believe is Red Eye by Wes Craven. So gonna be good stuff. So we'll see you guys next week. You guys got anything to add before we get the fuck out of here?
Stay cool, Freaky Frighteners.
All right.
Thanks for coming out, peoples. Hellraiser is finally done, and we'll see you next week. And until then, there goes.